As much as you try to hold on to someone, they seem to slip through your fingers. It's a frustrating fact that chasing someone too hard can often lead to the thing we fear most, pushing them away. But what if I told you there's a different way, a calm way, that can completely change how you interact with people in relationships without all the tiring chasing? Today, we're going to learn more about the ancient Stoic ideas of self-sufficiency and intentional detachment. This isn't about ignoring your feelings or being hard to get. It's about building a strong sense of self that naturally attracts others. By focusing on personal growth and internal satisfaction, you become more appealing to others and happier in your own life. We're going to look at how these ancient Stoic ideas can help you keep your dignity and self-respect in relationships, giving you the quiet confidence to draw people in with your appearance, being true to yourself, going at your own pace, and realizing that when you stop looking for relationships, they come to you, is how this method works. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell if you're ready to change your relationship. Relationship dynamics. Your support helps us bring more empowering content like this to people who are ready to stop playing roles and start living authentically. Now let's begin. Number 1, live as if you've already won their heart. This idea might seem a bit odd at first, especially if you're head over heels for someone. You might wonder, how can I behave as if I have their affection when I clearly don't? But believe me, this approach is transformative. When you adopt it, you'll discover its powerful effect in attracting people to you. So what does it mean to live as if you've already won? It's not about faking it or fooling yourself. It's about carrying yourself with confidence, self-assurance, and a sense of fulfillment when you behave as if you already possess what you seek. Be it love, attention, or respect. You naturally take on the traits of someone who is complete, self-reliant, and appealing. Consider this. People are naturally drawn to those who appear to have their act together, who aren't desperate or clingy. When you live as if you've already achieved your desires, you exude confidence and a peaceful vibe that others find incredibly appealing. It's not about putting on a show. It's about really developing an attitude of wealth. Imagine you're at a party and there's someone there that you find attractive. Most people would go out of their way to impress someone to get their attention. But what if you acted like you already had it? Then you wouldn't have to chase them or constantly compliment them. You'd just enjoy the moment. Meet new people and let your charm speak for itself. Being cool and sure of yourself will make you stand out more than any obvious interest. They'll see that you're different and not desperate for their attention because you already have it. Living as if you already have their love is a simple but important strategy that will help you avoid the common mistakes of trying too hard or seeming needy. Remember what Epicurus, a Stoic philosopher, said about wealth. It's not about having lots of things, but about not wanting many things. When you want less, especially when it comes to chasing someone's attention, you give off a sense of completeness that is very attractive. Let's use this in different relationship situations. If you're courting someone new, don't send them a lot of messages or try to impress them all the time. Instead, act as if they're already smitten with you by being your most confident, charming, and at ease self. This confidence will make you stand out because most people are too busy trying to win others over. Or, if you're in a relationship that's lost its spark, don't worry about how to reignite the flames. Live as if the love is still strong. When things started, you were a confident, beautiful person. Do things that make you happy and complete, even if your partner notices you're not with them. If you're not trying to fix things but are happy and sure of yourself, they might become interested in you again. To start incorporating this attitude, picture yourself as someone who already has everything they want. How would you act, speak, and carry yourself? Keep this mindset with you every day, whether you're at work, out with friends, or just relaxing at home. Consistency is key. Over time, this way of thinking will become a part of you. And if you find it hard to act like you have something when you clearly don't, remember the Stoic practice of detachment. Instead of focusing on winning someone's love, focus on becoming your best self. This will make you more confident and make it easier to pretend to have what you want. Friends, when you live as if you already have what you want, you're not just pretending to be strong, you're embracing your real strength. The confident, attractive person you really are. That's what will naturally draw people to you. No need to pretend. Number 2, stay true to your values. If you're not looking for approval, it might seem simple, but when you care about someone, it's tempting to break your own rules just to win them over. You might agree to things that you normally wouldn't, or start giving up on your core beliefs in order to get that approval. But here's a wise thought. No one is more compelling than someone who stands firm in their beliefs, no matter the audience. Sticking to your principles shows that you're sure of who you are and what you stand for, even to that special someone. This isn't about being stubborn, it's about being grounded in your identity and not letting other people's opinions change who you are. This kind of confidence is really attractive because it shows that you're not looking for approval to feel good about yourself. Roy T. Bennett says it so well: do the right thing, not what is easy or what is popular. For example, if you're dating someone new and they ask you to do something that goes against your values, like skipping a big family event or doing something that doesn't feel right to you, you should not take the easy way out. But what if you chose to stand firm and politely explain why you can't compromise your values? This may come as a surprise at first, but it will likely earn you respect and admiration for your honesty. Living by your principles means making big and small choices every day. That means staying true to yourself no matter who is watching. This consistency builds trust, which is the foundation of any strong relationship. It looks like the spark in your relationship is going out, maybe because you're too focused on making your partner happy at the price of your own happiness. Instead of trying to get their support, going back to your values can bring back that spark. Start making decisions based on what's best for you. This will show your partner that you are strong and independent, which can change the dynamics of your relationship by making you seem like a partner with substance and depth. So how do you stay true to your values when it's hard, especially when you want someone to like you? First, figure out what your core values are. Won't give up on these values, and make it a habit to live by them even when it's hard. It's not just about being liked, it's about gaining respect for being real. As we close, let's think about what Steve Morrow said. Share your love and excitement, live your truth, and work toward your dreams. Walk your talk, dance and sing to your music. Enjoy your music, be thankful for what you have, and make today one to remember. Let your true self shine through in every interaction. Now close your eyes and gently say, I don't seek validation. Let this affirmation deeply resonate within you, reminding you of your unwavering strength, the integrity that guides you, and the profound power you hold when you stay true to your principles. Accept this encouragement as a sign of your inner strength and resolve to live honestly and bravely no matter what challenges you face. Number 3. Switch things up by being available. At first, you might think that if I really like someone, I should be there for them whenever they need me and show that I care by being available all the time. But here's a serious point to think about. Not being on call all the time can hurt you. It's like eating your best dish every day. Soon you won't notice how special it is. When you're not always available, you naturally increase your allure. People value what they can't always get, like a sunny day after a week of rain. Your presence becomes something to be cherished and sought after when it's not a given. Imagine that you've always been the one to text first, make plans, and keep the connection alive. This predictability, while stable, may mean that your efforts aren't appreciated over time. Now, imagine changing the script a little. You don't always answer every text right away. You're not the first to suggest plans for the weekend, and sometimes let them reach out to you first. This change can spark curiosity. They might start to wonder what's going on and why isn't he or she reaching out as usual. Bring them back to the topic of your efforts and presence. It's important to remember that this isn't about manipulating them or playing mind games. It's about following the Stoic principle of moderation and self-respect and valuing your time and presence enough not to give them away too easily. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." In the same way, if being too available feels draining or valued, it might not be the best way to go. If you're used to being always available, this new way of doing things might be too much for you. Begin with little steps. You could delay your responses a little, or let them make more plans and contact you first. These small changes can help you find a balance that respects your independence and keeps the relationship interesting and two-way. So think about this Stoic wisdom and tell yourself, "My time is valuable." Let this affirmation guide your interactions and make sure that your presence is not only respected but also eagerly anticipated. Accept a balanced availability that makes every moment with you unique and valued. 4. Let others talk before you do. In any relationship, from a new romance to a long-term partnership, there's a very effective way to change how you talk to each other. Always be the last to speak. This isn't just about being quiet. It's about using the power of listening to build stronger connections. Stoicism teaches us to be quiet and listen before speaking. When you wait for someone else to speak, you show a level of respect and patience that is all too rare in today's busy world. Many of us are quick to speak up or interrupt, but it's much smarter to do the opposite. By listening carefully and letting others finish their thought before you speak, you show that you value their thoughts and feelings, which not only helps you understand them better, but also makes your relationship stronger. Imagine you're talking about something you're really interested in. Your first instinct might be to jump in and dominate the conversation, but what if you stepped back and let the other person finish their thought process first? While you listen, make eye contact and show that you're paying attention. When they're done, take a moment to collect your thoughts before responding. This shows that you care about what they have to say and that you are thoughtful and composed, which are traits of a strong and confident person. This technique works especially well in tense or emotional situations. For example, if you and your partner are having a disagreement, resisting the urge to respond right away can keep things from getting worse by giving them a chance to say what they want to say. This gives you time to think about what they said before you respond. This can help ease tension and lead to more productive and understanding conversations. Being a Stoic means responding with reason instead of feeling, even when you're with an ex or someone who is trying to provoke you. Speaking last can give you the upper hand because it shows you are not easily angered, easily influenced or disturbed by outside forces. Having this much emotional control can change how other people see you, making you seem more grounded and thoughtful. To make this a habit in your daily life, decide to hold back during conversations and let other people finish their thoughts before you speak. It might be hard at first, especially if you're used to talking back and forth, but if you stick with it, it will become a natural part of your interactions with other people. There are many benefits to this practice. You'll find that people are naturally more drawn to you because they appreciate the respect and attention you give them. Finally, let's remember the wise words of the Buddha. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. This shows how important it is to speak with intention and care. Now, take a moment to remind yourself that you will be the last person to speak. Think about this affirmation as a reminder of how listening can change your life and how strong it is to say your truth. It is a true example of Stoic wisdom and serenity in action. If you're in a relationship or interested in someone, embrace your independence. This may seem like a contradiction. After all, aren't we meant to connect deeply with someone we like? To put it another way, being confident and able to rely on yourself makes you more attractive. When you show that you're independent, you show that your happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from other people. This isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. Now, showing independence doesn't mean you shut people out or isolate yourself. It means recognizing your own worth and not relying on others for constant approval or to validate your sense of self-worth. Developing your interests, working toward your personal goals, and keeping a full life outside of any romantic relationships are all part of this habit. Philosopher Wayne Dyer said it best when he said, "You can't be lonely if you like the person you're alone with." Learning to enjoy your own company not only makes your life better, but it also changes how other people see you. They see someone who is confident and happy, which are qualities that naturally attract other people. Think about this situation. You're in a relationship, but instead of waiting for your partner to plan your weekends and evenings, you do things like hobbies you've been putting off or start new projects that make you excited about life. Your partner, or possible partner, will catch your enthusiasm for life. Partners will see you as dynamic, attractive, and interesting, which adds a special spark to any relationship. This principle of independence is especially strong for people who want to meet someone new. Living your best life on your own makes you more interesting and desirable, and it also shows others that you are a whole person who brings value to a relationship instead of just taking it. If embracing independence seems too hard, start small. Set small, attainable goals like spending more time alone, exploring new hobbies, or making decisions without asking others' opinions. Each step forward in this practice strengthens your independence and makes you more attractive by showing that you don't need anyone else to define your worth. Of self-sufficiency and resilience. When you do this, you become a beacon of confidence, not because you don't want connections with others, but because you are completely secure in your own being. This is the essence of not trying too hard in relationships. When you are complete in yourself, everything else falls into place naturally. Number 6. The power of letting go. When we pursue someone, we usually have a specific goal in mind, whether it's their affection, attention, or commitment. It's natural to want a certain outcome from our interactions. But let's look at why, paradoxically, not focusing on these outcomes can actually make us more attractive and help us get what we really want. In the philosophy of Stoicism, there is a fundamental emphasis on focusing on what we can control, our actions and attitudes, and letting go of the results. If you become too attached to the outcome you want in a relationship, you might find yourself constantly analyzing every text and conversation because you're too worried about how the other person sees you. You might even be planning your every move to make sure things go exactly as you want them to. But this attachment can make you lose your authentic self. You become more of a strategist than a real participant in the relationship. The stress of making sure everything goes perfectly can make you look needy and unsure of yourself, which can actually turn people off. Now imagine a different approach. You had a great date, but instead of worrying about whether they will contact you again for hours or days, you chose a different path. You think about how much you enjoyed the experience or conversation and then let go. You trust that if the connection was real, things will work out in their own time. This doesn't mean you don't care about the outcome, but you're not letting it affect your peace of mind or sense of self-worth. Being detached is not the same as being apathetic. It's good to be detached. Stoic wisdom tells us that letting go of the need to control the outcomes makes us happier and less stressed. It's our attachment to certain outcomes that causes us the most pain and disappointment. When you let go of the need to control, you radiate quiet confidence and let others know that your happiness and self-esteem are not dependent on their responses or feelings toward you. Moreover, this shift in mindset makes you more present in your interactions. You listen better, respond more honestly, and act more naturally. Your interactions become about the joy of connecting with another person, not about securing a certain outcome. People are drawn to your authenticity because it shows that you are confident in who you are and able to enjoy life no matter what. So I encourage you today to take a deep breath and, as you exhale, mentally tell yourself, detach from the outcome. Let this affirmation remind you that life's most beautiful relationships and experiences come from holding on loosely to the reins instead of tightly. Let go of the need to control the story of your relationships and instead be open to the idea that something great might happen when you least expect it. This is the essence of Stoic resilience, focusing on the present and letting the future happen as it will naturally and without your interference. Force number 7. Use negative visualization techniques. You may be thinking why you should focus on the bad. It may seem counterintuitive to imagine things we want to avoid, but this practice really helps. Based on the Stoic philosophy is a powerful mental workout that not only gets us ready for the unknowns of life, but also makes it easier to enjoy and attract important experiences. Negative visualization is thinking about the worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on them, but to prepare our minds and emotions for any eventuality. It's picturing yourself losing something or someone important to you. This isn't about giving up hope, but about becoming more grateful and strong. When you consciously think about the absence of something valuable, your appreciation for it grows, and you become stronger in the face of possible losses. Take a look at this scene. When you're strongly attracted to someone, you shouldn't worry about what could go wrong. Instead, you should think about how you'd handle things if you weren't together. What strengths would you rely on? What changes might you embrace? Face it head-on lowers the fear of losing and encourages a healthy detachment from results. Detachment like this is very attractive because it shows that your interest in the relationship is not based on desperation or fear, but on a genuine appreciation and value for the bond. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." This wise saying emphasizes the importance of negative visualization. By picturing all possible outcomes, you avoid needless suffering and develop a calm and collected spirit, ready to handle whatever comes your way with grace and confidence. I encourage you to take a moment to say to yourself, "I am prepared for anything." This will serve as a reminder of your strength, resilience, and ability to handle life's challenges. Being in this frame of mind isn't just about dealing with life's problems. Also, it's about giving off a calm confidence that is naturally beautiful, especially when you're not holding on to results too tightly. Stoics say that this way of thinking is important for both mental strength and developing real, long-lasting relationships. 8. Let conversations flow naturally. When you like someone, you may feel compelled to steer the conversation in a way that highlights your strengths or supports your interests. But here's a key thing to remember. Conversations should flow naturally. When insight tries to steer talks, it usually backfires. It can seem too planned or unsure, which takes away from the real spontaneity that makes exchanges so interesting. Let's think about why letting go of control of the conversation can lead to deeper connections. When you let go of the need to control every conversation, you make room for realness. You're fully present and letting the conversation flow naturally. You're not forcing a plan or nervously anticipating the next turn. This shows that you have a lot of trust in yourself and the way the conversation is going. A wise man named Stephen C. Vai once said, "Seek first to understand, then to be understood." This is especially true here. By putting listening ahead of controlling, you create an environment where the other person feels deeply heard and respected. This isn't just about being polite. It's about creating a real exchange where both people feel connected and valued. For example, if you're on a date and want to make a good impression, you might be tempted to steer the conversation toward topics or stories that you're good at, but think about the alternative. What if you really listened to what the other person was saying? Ask them open-ended questions that make them want to talk more about themselves. Listen carefully, answer wisely, and let the conversation flow from one topic to the next. Naturally, this approach not only takes the pressure off of you, but it also makes the date more enjoyable for them. They're more likely to feel a connection with you because the conversation doesn't feel staged. This approach is just as important in long-term relationships. Controlling conversations all the time can make your partner feel like they don't matter, or like they're just a bystander in the relationship. By letting go of control, you can create a healthier, more balanced interaction where both people feel heard, understood, and valued. So, friends, I urge you to let go of the need to control your conversations. When you embrace the natural flow of dialogue and truly engage with the moment, you'll find that your relationships become not only easier to handle, but also deeper and more rewarding. This is what it means to live a stoic life in your personal interactions. Harmony and understanding are more important than control and regularity. Let's work on this together and see how our relationships change into something truly special. Keep calm and wait. When you want things to move faster in your relationships, the word patience can seem like a slow-moving train. But it's important to remember that patience isn't just waiting. It's a strategy. Stoic thought is at the heart of the wise way of living. Being patient is a real superpower. It shows that you deeply understand that all good things take time to grow, and that rushing things often leads to anger and setbacks. Being calm and confident shows that you are deliberate and don't need instant gratification to feel fulfilled. Instead, you have faith that what is meant for you will come your way. For example, let's say you're attracted to someone, but their responses aren't as quick or enthusiastic as you'd like. It would be tempting to push things along, but what if you chose to let the connection grow naturally? Naturally, if you choose patience, you let the relationship grow at a pace that works for both of you, which will probably lead to a stronger and more genuine bond. They'll notice and appreciate that you're not forcing them, which can make you more attractive to them in the context of a long-term relationship. Finally, patience is important because not every problem needs a quick fix, and not every disagreement needs to be settled right away. Very quick result. Stoicism teaches us the strength of self-control and the power of thinking before moving. When you practice patience, you give yourself and your partner plenty of time to think, talk, and heal, which can make the depth and how strong your bond is number 10. When things are bad, smile. You might be wondering how smiling during tough times can help, or if that's just acting like everything is fine. Well, I'm here to show you the amazing power of a simple smile. When we choose to smile during hard times, it's not an act of denial, it's a statement of strength. This isn't meant to trick other people into thinking everything is fine. It's to tell yourself that you are better than the problems you're facing right now. When you face a setback, like a disagreement with a close friend, a day full of unexpected problems at work, or a personal disappointment, your first instinct might be to frown and let your stress show. But if you choose to smile, even if it's just a little, you can make a big difference in both your internal state and the outside world. Small, deliberate actions like smiling can ease stress, make a confrontation less harsh, and show others that you are stable and not easily shaken. A smile is a powerful way to show that you are in charge of your feelings and actions, no matter what is going on around you. But a smile does more than just change how people see you. Psychologically, smiling can release a cascade of feel-good chemicals in your brain, including dopamine and serotonin, which can improve your mood and temporarily ease pain and stress. This is in line with the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what you can control, like how you react to and deal with life's inevitable problems. So the next time you feel like the weight of the world is on you, remember how powerful a smile can be. It is up to you to decide whether you want to quietly endure your problems or deal with them in a calm and positive way. If you smile when you're going through a hard time, it doesn't mean you're ignoring your problems. It means you're choosing to be strong and face them head-on, showing yourself and the world that you can handle life's storms with grace and determination. Adopt this practice and let your smile be a silent but powerful testament to your unwavering resilience and your ability to rise above them with grace and steadfastness. Today, we've been exploring the Stoic philosophy of relationships, learning how to improve our interactions by being true to ourselves and embracing a sense of calm confidence, the magic of limiting our availability, and how important it is to stick to our values. These are not just ideas, they are useful tools that can change the way we connect with others. By using these Stoic insights, we can earn not just fleeting attention, but also lasting respect and true affection. Remember that relationships are about more than just connecting with others. By taking a silent stance, you give yourself the power to build relationships that are not only healthy and balanced, but also deeply satisfying. With that, let's end this discussion. Feel free to think about these lessons and how you can use them in your own life to make connections that matter and last. Please hit the like button and leave a message below if you found today's video helpful. You can also talk about your thoughts or experiences with these Stoic practices. As you watch, please remember to check out the suggested videos on your screen for more tips and ideas on how to live a Stoic life. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get all of our latest content that will help you live a more thoughtful and intentional life. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep trying to live a life of virtue and simplicity the Stoic way.